The 6888th Central Postal Directory Battalion was active from 1945 to 1946. It was founded because the Army had found that mail was backing up and soldiers weren't receiving anything, which caused low morale. The 6888th Battalion was the first and only all-African American Women's Army Corps unit to be deployed overseas during World War II, and it consisted of 855 women under the command of Major Charity Adams. Their nickname was 6888, and their motto was "No mail, low morale." Charity Adams enlisted in the U.S. Army in 1942. At the time, she was living in Columbia, South Carolina, and was working as a public school teacher. After many recommendations to join the Army, Adams sent in her application. The Army took so long to get back to her that she had already started back at graduate school in Columbus, Ohio. She was inducted into service on July 13, 1942, and then traveled to Fort Des Moines, Iowa for training. The Army was still segregated at this time, so she was placed in a company with other African American women.
Green Amy, Barrack 12. Smith Susan, Barrack 31. Georgina Bush, Barrack 23. Lastly, colored girls, you will be housed in Barrack 54.
The next day, Adams and the other women started their basic training. The training was all the same for white and black women, and they worked together in company-sized groups. If they were working in platoon-sized groups, they were segregated. Adams graduated basic training on Saturday, August 29, 1942, and was commissioned as third officer. The afternoon after graduation, Adams was interviewed by an officer.
You, Adams?
Yes, sir.
Do you want to recruit?
Yes, sir. I mean, no, sir. I don't know what that is.
What do you want to do?
I don't know, sir.
Thank you. I don't know what I'm going to do with you young women. You're too young to be in the Army in the first place. Adams!
Yes, sir!
Your first assignment is company commander.
Adams only had a few weeks of experience under her belt when she was assigned as company commander. She was company commander until May 1943 when she was moved to headquarters. She was then promoted to major and received a new assignment. Her new assignment was staff training officer. She remained in this position until 1945 when the Central Postal Directory Battalion was established. She was then sent overseas to Birmingham, England. When Adams and the other women reached Birmingham in February of 1945, they found a building packed with mail bags stacked to the ceiling.
Okay, ladies, we need to sort through all this mail and get it delivered to our troops. Some of this stuff is over a year old. Imagine being out there and fighting for your country and never getting any mail. What would that do to your morale? There are thousands of American troops out there who need us. Remember, no mail, low morale.
Major Adams, this is impossible. This mail is dirty and damaged, and we can hardly read some of the addresses. And what's worse is that there are rats and worms in the food packages. It smells terrible in here.
The women had to repack what they could salvage and send it on. This job was supposed to take 6 months to complete, but with the women working around the clock in 8-hour shifts, they completed it in 3 months. Upon completion of their assignment in England, they were moved to France to do the same with even more backlogged mail.
Ladies, we did so great in England, now it's time to help our fellow Americans stationed in France. Not only do we need to help him, but us being there could be a great opportunity for us as black women. We need to be extra careful in our performance because we are constantly being judged, and even one misstep could reflect poorly on all black women. I have some great news. Not only have we finished our assignments here in France, but we have also broken all previous records for redirecting mail. Each of our 8-hour shifts handled an average of 65,000 pieces of mail. Congratulations, ladies! Woo!
The war was over at this point, and the women had made a tremendous difference for American soldiers. In February 1946, the 688 returned to the United States where they were disbanded at Fort Dix. Unfortunately, there was no public recognition for their service at the time. On February 25, 2009, the 688 was honored at the Women in the Military Service for America Memorial at Arlington National Cemetery.